The 1000th F1 race is done, and here are my thoughts on the race. So the 1000th F1 race is done, and Mercedes clocked their third consecutive 1-2 finish since the start of the season. And Lewis Hamilton won in China, making it a record 6 wins in China for him. And Ferrari were just off the pace, and Vettel came in third, Leclerc came in fifth, Verstappen fourth, and Gasly sixth. Now, what stood out for me is that I've finally realized that Mercedes is just a class ahead of Ferrari. Ferrari are just not as quick as we all thought they were, because in preseason testing they showed a lot of pace, a lot of performance in the car, but it looks like they're still struggling to translate that preseason pace and whatever they had in preseason onto the track to win races. And I think it's fine issues, like fine things, little things that are holding them back. So I think it's a matter of little things are causing a big problem, and if they're able to find those things, I'm sure they'll unlock so much more from the car. Even Mercedes agree and say that once Ferrari wrap their head around what is wrong with the car, they'll be incredibly quick, because as of now they are just equally stunned about how they are way ahead of them and all that. And so yeah, that's what I think. I think Ferrari should really get down on it, because we've done 3 races out of 21. We have 18 left, and knowing how efficient Mercedes are, they run like a German machine. They are going to capitalize on and get as many points as they can from each race. And if Ferrari slacks, that's it. That's the end of the season. Because right now, I think the Constructors' Championship, they are about like 30 points ahead of Ferrari, and the Drivers' Championship too, they are quite ahead of Ferrari. It's the early days, anything can happen, but in Formula One, it's little things like this that make the difference. Now, the biggest talking point of the race was Ferrari issuing team orders. Now, I knew they issued team orders because the race was held earlier in the day, and I saw the uproar on social media. No, Ferrari shouldn't have done that. I don't know. So I just wanted to watch the race and see from as the race was building, and try and understand why they did that. So when the race started, Leclerc got a good start. In fact, actually, Vettel got a better start than Leclerc, but he was on the outside of turn 1, so that means Leclerc could sneak up the inside and get a position. Good, it's racing. Yeah, he was entitled to that. Now, after that, Leclerc had to pull a gap away to make his team know that, yes, I have the pace to lead and I'm catching him. But he wasn't really pulling that much of a gap, because Vettel was always within a second of him, so always had DRS. That means he was damaging Vettel's tires. No problem with that, it's racing. Now, during that period too, Vettel was also showing pace that he could challenge Mercedes. So Ferrari said, okay, then you swap. But they delayed in doing that. That's why I don't understand. Why did they delay? They should have done it as soon as they got that information. They took too long, and by that time, Vettel didn't have enough pace left in his tires to try and catch the Mercedes. So he even pulled a gap outside 1 second. That wasn't that much, and Leclerc was always behind him. And that left the room for Max Verstappen and Red Bull to sneak in and cause havoc to them. So I think Ferrari caused their own downfall in the race. They could have just got an easy 3rd and 4th place, but they made it 3rd and 5th place for them, because I don't know what they were trying to do. And I really think that the team orders, they should forgo it now and just let each driver race, because they are equally quick drivers who want to win championships and make a statement for them. So you should just let them race. And when the season is going and it's getting to the end, and via a points difference, we know who is the best poised to win the championship and all that. That's where you issue team orders. Like Mercedes, they always let their drivers race each other, but when it's getting to critical points like Russia last year, where Hamilton was a clear one to win the championship in Mercedes, they told Bottas to let Hamilton by, which wasn't really nice, but it made sense. But right now, this early stage, I don't think it is the best thing for them to do. But anyway, hey, it's their team, they know what they are doing. But if it were me, I wouldn't issue the team orders. I'll just let them race. Now, I'm going to talk about drivers who impressed me, who I was impressed by their performance. Number 1 is Pierre Gasly. He finally put together a good race weekend, and I'm happy for him, because the longer he dragged, I felt his seat in Red Bull was coming under the microscope or the radar of the Torpedo, who in the race was back. Yeah, he launched a torpedo move on the two McLarens and sent Lando Norris flying in the air. But but I'm glad Gasly put together a good race weekend. So that means he's finally getting a hang of the car and how things handle over there in Red Bull. So that's good. Another one is Alexander Albon. He started 20th from the pit lane after a nasty crash in FP3. And so he started from the pit lane, but he was able to finish in 10th and earn a point. So that's a good job for well done. And I hope I hope to see more of those like performances. He looks like a cool, calm, collected kid, head down and does the job. And so that's good. He's I'll call him a dependent driver, a reliable driver. He gets the job done. And another driver who I was impressed by his performance, Kimi Räikkönen. He's as consistent as whatever, like the Japanese railway system. He's just so consistent. Fine, he didn't make it into Q3, and which ended his streaks of consecutive Q3 appearances. I think since Germany 2016 all the way to Bahrain 2019 was always in the third part of qualifying, which is Iceman consistency. But in China, he couldn't go participate in Q3, but he ended up in the points, and he's always in the points. So far, all of Alfa Romeo's 12 points or so is coming directly from Kimi Räikkönen because it's always constant. And it looks like Kimi Räikkönen has been rebirthed in Alfa Romeo. I'm sure maybe it's largely due to less media attention and pressure and closer to home and all that. So he's like in a more relaxed state and he can do his Kimi things and just race hard, and he was just phenomenal. Watching him race, I was like, yeah, that's the Kimi I know, just overtaking everyone, challenging hard and everything. So good job to him, and he's doing a fantastic job. Now, Daniel Ricciardo, he finally pulled a great race weekend. He out-qualified his teammates, qualified 7th position. Got the job done, finished in 7th position where everyone expects him to finish with his skill and his consistency. So good job to him. And I think at the end of qualifying, he made a comment on the radio, I still know how to drive, and classic Daniel Ricciardo. And so yeah, basically that was this is my brief overview on the race. It wasn't really exciting, but Hamilton, like, he did a great job. He nailed the start. He got a better start than Bottas. Bottas said he had a little wheel spin when he went on the start-finish white line, which is understandable. He had a little wheel spin, and Hamilton was just gone. And Hamilton won the race from the start. That should tell you how difficult Formula One is. Just any tiny mistake, then that's it. It just comes tumbling down for you. So Bottas had to stick with second. And let me not forget Mercedes double stack pit stop. That was a stroke of genius. I always see a double stack pit stops when there's a safety car or blah 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 blah, but this is in a race, under race speed, you do a double stack pit stop. That was genius. Like, hats off to the strategy team, and they did a phenomenal job. I'm really impressed. Like, everyone was stunned. So yeah, basically, and so that's it. So that's the end of my review for the Chinese Grand Prix, the 1000 F1 race. So up next is Baku, Azerbaijan. Long streets, tight and twisty, narrow streets. Should be fun. Let's see what happens. Right now the way it's going, until Ferrari is able to resolve their issues, it looks like it's going to be a Mercedes dominance. But anyway, it's racing, anything can happen. So let's see what happens. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you love this video, please leave me a thumbs up as a like, or leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Did Ferrari do the right thing? Are Mercedes the clear favorites to win? What's happening? Who was your driver of the day? My driver of the day, definitely Alexander Albon. Who was your driver of the day? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Stay safe out there while you're driving. Peace out.